All right, I believe we are live. Just waiting for confirmation from Facebook before I start talking. If you're here and you happen to be catching this live, drop a like. Let me know that you're here in the comments. Even if you're watching this on replay, let me know. It's always nice to know that people are listening to my ramblings. So I'm going to assume that I'm live and this is all working and we're good to go. Either way, let's crack on. So this is episode 57, lockdown lessons. Are you going in or out? So things are starting to change again. Some of us are heading back into lockdown. Some people are coming out of lockdown. There's a bit of a shift going on again. Things are starting to shift once again within the world. And throughout this period, way back since March time, I've been observing people and watching the behavior of the people around me, particularly those closest to me. And I've noticed there's a trend. There's two types of lockdown behavior. There's an internal focus and an external focus. And this is completely without judgment. There is no right or wrong. But what I've noticed is the people who have gone inwards, who have turned their attention to their inner world, are operating from a place without the media and without all the chaos of the external world. They're focusing on the things that they can control, so their own actions, how they think, how they feel, and what they're doing each day. They're engaging in things that put them in a position of power, so they're meditating, they're journaling, they're exercising, they're eating well, they're prioritizing sleep, they're being creative, they're doing things that make them better, things that take them beyond their circumstances so that they can exist in a state of calmness, clarity, and creative power. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum, those who have shifted their focus outwards. So they're focusing on the external world, all of the things that they can't control, what's being said by this person, what's being done by this governing body, what's going on in the media, the way life might change in the future. And again, this is not a judgment. There is no right or wrong. It's just purely an observation. But those who have shifted outwards have become chaotic and unclear, and they've found themselves feeling thoroughly powerless, which is the complete opposite of the people who have gone inwards. And for many, this happens subconsciously. Their stress response and their inbuilt patterns have just put them there. They've responded in the only way that they know how, which is why this is not a judgment. But we can learn a lot from this. When our sense of security and certainty exists beyond ourselves, inside of something external, it's extremely easy to get thrown into chaos and to lose your way. If you rely on money, other people, work, business, religion, the government, anything beyond yourself, then you're leaving your well-being at the mercy of the outside world. And those are not bad things to have faith in. We should have faith in things, but to place all of your faith into something else is a recipe for disaster. You cannot place more faith in something outside of you than the faith you place on yourself, because all of those things in the external world can become compromised, which we've seen over the last few months. And when that happens, if your faith is in those instead of in you, then you can't retreat inwards. Your focus will naturally shift to those things that usually make you feel good, those things that usually make your life better. You're going to suffer if that's where your focus goes. You're all you can ever rely on. That's all you've ever got. Unfortunately, the things that you place your faith in, those things that are outside of you, are changeable. The world is changeable, and we can see it now. It's changing. And if you can learn to get to a place where you can put your certainty and your security on yourself, then things start to shift. And it takes work. It's not easy. It doesn't just happen. We all have these inbuilt patterns and triggers and things that naturally lead us towards the external world to feel better, to find something to believe in, to find something for security and certainty. But it's possible with effort, with work, you can shift that. So all of your certainty and security comes from you, from yourself. Things are going to change. They're going to keep changing. But those people who have self-reliance and inner authority will always pull through. They will always adapt. So my question for you today is this. When things get tough, where do you go? Do you go in or do you go out? And what are your experiences with this? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspectives on this and just see how you're all getting on with this and where your thoughts are on this. So drop in the comments and let me know.